What are the risks of adding someone to your property's title? For most people, a home is the largest investment that they will ever make and their greatest source of equity. That is why any decisions affecting ownership of that equity should be made with duty of care. As any seasoned realtor, lawyer, or investors would say, think twice and think through the risk before adding someone else to your property's title. Remember that by adding a person to your property's title, you are legally granting them bundle of rights, including enjoyment possessions, exclusions, and disposition of that property that were formerly exclusive to you. This is a major decision that requires careful thought and planning, and ignoring them can lead to bigger problems if not handled correctly. Here are a few things to keep in mind when adding someone else's name to your property's title. Point number one, it is irreversible. When you add someone to the title, there is no taking it back. It is ultimately irrelevant if you retain the majority ownership. The person that you've added cannot be removed unless they provide their consent. And with their ownership, this individual has the ability to take out a loan on the property, tear it down, or even sell their share. In the worst case scenario, you'll be left with no recourse. Even with a minority share, the new person on the deed can potentially force a sale of the property. If you want to refinance or sell the property, you have to consult with that individual that you've added to get permission. And this can result in a costly legal battles that can be drawn out for many, many years. So by adding someone to the property's title, you're effectively relinquishing a significant portion of control over that property. Point number two, taxes must be considered. Most people think of this as simply adding someone to their property's title, but the government sees it differently. It treats it as if you're giving away part of your property, and this can trigger land transfer tax and capital gain taxes, and what the Canada Revenue Agency calls deemed disposition. That is why it is important to proceed carefully and think through all the taxes implications before making any change. Even if no money exchanged hands, you, as the person transferring ownership, could still owe federal income tax and provincial land transfer taxes. Point number three, a lender may attempt to hold your title. Never give away your property's title, even for a short period of time. If someone says they will hold it while they'll get you a loan, it is a scam. If you sign it over, they can sell your home, borrow money against it, or keep it for themselves, and you might not even get it back. So always have a real estate lawyer check any title change before you sign. Only work with lenders that you trust and use escrow to stay safe. Point number four, your lender may demand payment. You're allowed to add someone to your home's deed or title even if you still have a mortgage, but many mortgages have a due on sale clause. This means that the lender can demand you pay up the whole loan if the deed changes or the home triggered as sold. If you add someone's name to your deed, you're giving them part ownership, which could trigger that clause. To avoid problems, ask your lender for permission before making any changes. A good mortgage broker or real estate lawyer can help you do this and prevent surprises from the bank. Point number five, you expose yourself to additional legal liability. Whenever you add someone else to your property's title, you also take on the risk that come with their financial or legal problems. For example, if they owe taxes, have debts, or go through a divorce, their share of the property could be claimed by the CRA, creditors, or an ex-spouses. And this could lead to a lien on the property and in some cases force a sale so the existing debt can be paid off. So in summary, by adding another person to the title, you are giving up some control over the property and expose yourself to problems that may be completely out of your hands.